I do think I'm strong, yeah. And I would always go out of my way to be strong for all of them.
Vogue Williams, welcome to How to Veil.
Thank you for having me.
That was quite hard keeping a straight face, only because we have been howling hysterically before recording, because I love every single minute in your company and you make me laugh so much.
I love hanging out with you so much. I was so excited to be here.
Ditto. It's also weird referring to you as Williams, but it's like my intro style is to use a surname, but it's so strange calling you Williams.
There's Vogue Williams. I actually have 3 surnames. And when I go,
Show off.
Yeah, I know. When I go to the doctor, I'm like, God, which one was it now? Because I'm Matthews, because Penny tried to convince me.
Yeah.
And I want to be Williams.
Yes.
But then my stepdad, when we were growing up, wanted me to have his second name. So legally, I had to change my second name to Wilson, but I always wanted to be Williams, which was my original name.
Wow.
So that's why I always use Williams.
We're going to get onto this because we've both been married before, and I made the mistake of changing my surname the first time. Yes. I will never do that again. Well, I'll never get married again. But it is so much admin apart from anything else.
Too much.
And I definitely did feel this isn't me. I don't have the right name.
No, I don't. I don't know what it is. I feel like I've worked very hard for my name. And I think that even growing up when it was taken away, I kind of just always wanted to have it. And now I'm like, when my passport's up, I'll change it to Penny. But I don't really have any intention of it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Even though I have kids with them and stuff like that. They're Matthews, but I'm Williams.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, now we've already gone off on a tangent. So this is what this podcast is going to be, and I'm delighted about it. The apple and the tree sounds totally amazing because I'm also super interested in family histories and childhoods and how it shapes us.
It is it was so fascinating to hear everyone's different stories as well, because I'd love to do something like that with my family, but I just know I'd never do it. I think it takes a lot of courage, and it takes for some of the stories that they were telling, like the most recent one, Lois. Oh my God, listening to her childhood growing up and what her mother did, and her being able to actually be friends with her mother after her mother essentially tried to kill her in a way. And there's so many different stories. And we met Alex, who has motor neurons disease, and that terrifies me. And seeing him talk about it and how positive he is about it and how amazing his mom is with him, and having that conversation around his illness, but not just that, about when he came out. And it was really heartwarming. Loads of really sad stories, but really heartwarming and just lovely to hear.
I'm really interested that you say you wouldn't have a conversation like this with your family, because the public perception of you is as someone who shares and is very funny, but also very moving in your sharing. You share your life with Spencer, your husband, you share your life with your best friend, Joanne.
Yeah.
So why would you not have the conversation with your family?
I'd say I would have the conversation, but I wouldn't say my family would have the conversation.
Yes.
So I would be happy. And I know that we nearly touched on some things a while ago, and then it was no, I'm not talking about it. And that was just kind of it. And I've kind of resigned myself to the fact that there are some things that will always be left unsaid in our family. And it's not like they're hugely bad things, but they're things that probably could do with a conversation. But my family are also my best friends, so it's not like I'm going to be upset or not talking to them because we haven't had that conversation.
I actually feel bad moving to this now because it goes really deep, but I'm going to ask it anyway. Your dad died in 2010, and I wonder if you feel that you wish you could have had some conversations with him.
I think my dad was he was so much fun. We used to have such a laugh at him. We used to take complete advantage of the fact that he would just kind of let us do anything. But he was sick since I was 12, so I was always used to him being unwell, on and off. And I suppose he wasn't very serious. We wouldn't get into really deep conversations. Do I probably wish I'd said more to him? In a way I do, but then when someone's going in for a serious operation, you don't want to sit there and be like, just so you know, I really love you.
Yes.
And then they're like, why are you saying that to me? No, I'm absolutely terrified. So you don't want to scare somebody either. You want to just be like, you're fine. I'm going to see you when you get out. You're going to be totally fine. And he knew I loved him. I spent a lot of time with him. We were really, really close, particularly in our later life. For me, he was a great dad. I wouldn't say he was a great husband to my mom. But I don't know what else I would have said to him at that age, because he died when I was in my 20s. I don't think that you're mature enough to really think, right, I need to sit down and have a deep, proper conversation with someone. But I don't think that you should do that when someone's when someone is unwell, because I think it would make them nervous. I think you have to be very careful around it. No one wants to think that they're going to die. So I do make a conscious effort, even with my mum and stuff like that, to always be like, love you, see you later, or like, and I chat to her all the time. So in that sense, I don't really regret that.
I think you're a very strong person. Do you think you're strong?
Strong, yeah. I think in a lot of ways I'm not. I'm like anyone else. But I think I'm strong for my family, and like my family and friends are very, very important to me. And I would always go out of my way to be strong for all of them.
I hope you enjoyed that video. Be sure to check out the full episode of How to Fail wherever you get your podcasts. And also make sure you're following us on social media for all the latest updates.